YouTube, how are you now? We're back on Battlefield 2042, checking out the new GEW-46 assault rifle, also known as the G36 in the real world, unlocked at level 28 in the Battle Pass. The GEW-46, a compact assault rifle that delivers both great handling and stopping power, making it a threat in close quarters combat. Versatile, controllable mid-range, all your stats on the side there. So optics, same type of optics you'll see on a lot of other weapons, more the close range. So you got two different thermals, 1.25 and a 2.5. I just prefer the Fusion Hollow. Barrels, you got your suppressors and a couple compensators. You do have a long barrel, extended barrel, so it slows down the fire rate but gives you better velocity, bullet velocity. Just use the weapon accuracy at the cost of recoil control tactical compensator, because this gun does have a little bit of side-to-side bounce, so I feel like you need to be able to hit your shots, so the more accuracy the better. Same thing for the underbarrels. I just use the accuracy while aim down sights. Grip, BCG light grip at the cost of hip fire accuracy. Doesn't hurt hip fire accuracy too much, but most of my shooting is aim down sights, so that's the one that I use, but you can use whatever. And then you have your magazine options. So you start with high power 20 rounds, then high power extended, standard issue 30, and then subsonic 30. So the high power rounds do 28 damage out to 20 meters. So it's 4 shots within 20 meters and then 5 shots beyond that. Fires at 700 rounds per minute. Standard rounds do 28 damage out to 10 meters. So it's 4 shots out to 10 meters and then 5 shots beyond that out to 50 meters, and then beyond that it does 18 damage. So it's 6 shots beyond 50 meters. And then the subsonic does 28 damage out to 10 meters as well, but then 22 damage out to 40 meters. So 10 meters shorter than the standard rounds, but the standard rounds shoots at 750 rounds per minute, whereas the subsonic and the high power only shoot at 700 rounds per minute. So it really depends on how you want to use it. High power is probably the best within that 20 meter range, besides that 10 meter range for the standard rounds beat it at, but close quarters it's more reliable out to 20 meters, double the range of the standard rounds. But the standard rounds shoots a little bit faster, has less recoil, so I actually prefer these standard rounds to the high power rounds, just because the recoil seems to be noticeably less. You're able to hit those shots more consistently, even though it does require one more shot to kill at every range besides within 10 meters. But yeah, it's a good gun. It's not as good as the RM68, which in my opinion is the best gun right now and has been for a while, which is somewhat disappointing, because the RM68 also does 28 damage, so it's 4 shots to kill, but out to 50 meters with the high power rounds, 40 meters with the standard rounds, which also gives you a 30 round magazine, and out to 30 meters with the close combat. So the stats are pretty much the same. The RM68 shoots at about the same fire rate, anywhere from 700 to 720 rounds per minute, depending on what ammunition type you use, as long as you're using the short barrel. But it has considerably longer range for the damage potential, even though it has pretty similar fire rate. So the RM68 is better than the G36 or the GEW-46 in pretty much every area besides within that close 10 meter range. Within 10 meters, the standard rounds on the GEW-46 will beat the RM68, but that's really it. So the RM68 has 30 rounds just like the GEW does. It has more range. Has an integrated suppressor, so really it's better in pretty much every way, which is unfortunate. Doesn't mean the GEW-46 is bad. It's still one of the best guns. It's just not as good as the RM68. So if you already have the RM68 unlocked, you've been using it, there really is no reason to go for the GEW-46, because the RM68 is better in every way, like I said, unless you just want to use a different gun. Mix it up a little bit. It is better within 10 meters, but that's really the only place it's actually better than the RM68. So this is the high power rounds to start off with. You can tell there's quite a bit of recoil there, even pretty close range here. And I'm going to switch to the standard rounds. So standard rounds don't do as much damage out to as much of range, but it shoots a little bit faster, 750 rounds per minute compared to 700 rounds per minute, and the recoil is noticeably easier to control. So yeah, I prefer the standard rounds to the high power rounds. So yeah, whatever sight you prefer. I like the Fusion Hollow. It doesn't really matter what barrel attachment you use either. Probably don't want to use the extended barrel just because it shoots considerably slower than any of the other barrel attachments. You can use a suppressor if you want in conjunction with the subsonic rounds if you want to be super stealthy, but I don't think that's really necessary. And the subsonic has the worst range of all the ammo types, and also only fires at 700 rounds per minute. So you get 50 rounds less per minute, the least range, and all you really get are a little bit of stealth. But if you run that with a suppressor, it could be somewhat stealthy build if that's what you want to do. But I just prefer the standard rounds. Less recoil, it's easier to hit those shots, even though it takes one more shot to kill it every range besides within 10 meters. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the GEW-46, if you like it or not. It's a really good gun, it's just not as good as the ARM68. I was hoping it would be better, at least in some area. So within 10 meters is negligible. You're not really going to notice that unless you're constantly within buildings fighting. And even then it's only marginally faster time to kill by like 20 milliseconds. So not noticeable at all. I would have expected maybe like a 40 round mag on the standard rounds, extended mag option, but it is what it is, so you just gotta go with what you got. It's a good gun, worth using, but not worth using over the ARM68 unless you're just tired of the ARM68 and want to try something different. Yeah. Guess that's it for this season. We'll see what they do mid-season, what they do next season, but not a whole lot more to it than that. I don't think I'll be grinding any more of the battle pass. It's nothing I really want in the battle pass besides the weapons, and I already have the weapons. So. The Deagle is like level 40 or something, so I don't think I'm gonna go for that. I don't really care for the pistols anyway. So we'll see though. We'll see. Got a long season left to go, so not a whole lot to do with the game. We'll see how far I get. Yeah. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.